Today we are making kombucha tea. You can see my ginger kombucha tea here. So I've brewed this 6 months ago, and this is the ultimate product I have. So today I'm going to demonstrate how I made a kombucha tea, and I'm going to show what ingredients I use. So for that you need some sugar. You need actually some green tea. I have this Ripple Classic green tea, and they're green tea leaves. They're fresh, and actually you can see they are fresh leaves. And I have the regular Tetley tea bags, the tea bags from you buy it from the store. You can use loose tea too, they are good too. And then you need I have a kettle full of hot water. So what you're going to do is you're going to add all these to a like a gallon of water. See, this I have already done it. That's why you can see my green tea leaves, my tea bags, and I'm going to add some water to it. So that's the tea, and you're going to let it brew, and you're going to go add half a cup of sugar. And when you add the sugar, you make sure that you just stir it really well, and the sugar dissolves really good in the tea. So this is half a cup of sugar I'm going to add to the tea, to the hot tea, and I'm going to stir it. This is like we make regular tea, so we're going to stir it and keep it like that, and it has to cool down. So that is why I'm going to let it cool down. While I wanted to show you something similar, you just see the other part. What is this? This is actually a symbiotic culture. You can see how thick my scoby is. This is actually a symbiotic culture of bacteria which I've brewed previously. Last 6 months I've been growing the scoby. For what? To make a better kombucha. So once the tea is cooled down, you're going to make 2 big jars, and you're going to add water in that jar, and you're going to go put the scoby in there. So if you can see here, this is my 2 big jars of tea. This one, the tea has already cooled down, and I have actually poured it into a big jar, and this is the one with this. So this is actually my 2 jars of kombucha tea, and one has I take it from there. So into that I'm going to add this scoby. This is one, and another one is a smaller one. So you use that medium to grow another tea. So you can see how it is. So it's pretty simple, but it takes time. So once I brew the tea, what happens is the scoby will grow inside, and it will become different layers, and by this 2 weeks or 3 weeks you can take some out and taste it. It's actually fermented, and you can second brew it with some flavors too. So first I'm going to go add the scoby. Check the temperature. If it is room temperature, then you can actually add the scoby. So I'm checking the temperature of my tea. You can see whether it is in the room temperature. So it's 80 degrees, that is almost okay. You can cool it down a little bit more if you want, but then I'm going to go, the scoby is, if it is too hot, the scoby won't survive. It will go bad. So I'm going to add the scoby in there. You can see, and I'm going to add a little bit of this liquid too. So that's the scoby. You can see it is floating around, and what you do is you just close that with the cheesecloth. See, you're going to close it with the cheesecloth and put a rubber band there. and you store it. So that is for next 2 weeks. I'm going to keep it aside in a cool, dry place, and in next 2 weeks it will be brewing, and you can see the tea will be turning into a different color. I will send you the video of what happens in 2 weeks.